Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? It's the weekend. We're about halfway through the month, so that's pretty cool. It's good, and it's our last recipe from recipes from movies I've always wanted to try. I'd always love to try. And we are doing our breakfast of the week. It is the Strata from Family Stone. It's a Christmas movie if you haven't seen it. It's a little heavier of a Christmas movie, to be perfectly honest. It has the family, the togetherness moments too, but a guy brings this woman home to meet his family at Christmas. A good time to bring a new person home. And she doesn't quite click with the family. They're not very fond of her. They're worried he's going to want to get married to her, and it's kind of all the stuff that ensues with that as it all progresses. It winds up being okay at the end. So that's good. If a little unexpected by the end, but still good. But in it, this woman, when she comes, she wants to contribute something to the Christmas celebrations, and she wants something that feels like her family, her holidays. So she makes her family's Christmas strata. We see her making it throughout it. There's a whole scene where it spills all over her. It's great. I don't own any rights to it. Don't make money off this, but I don't own any rights to it. Just want to put that out there. But let's get to it. It's time for another episode of Cooking with Kaitlin. That's me. Enjoy. All right, we are starting with an onion and get the peel off of it. Which I know you guys have seen this before, but still. All right, so with our onion, see if you guys are down enough. See, we're just doing a real thin slice. So that's what we want to be doing. Just really thin slices of our onion for the strata. So I guess it's kind of up to you what you think's a thin slice. I'm being kind of delicate with this piece of it because it's getting thinner. But we're just doing a thin slice, then we're setting them to the side until it's time to layer them all. Oh, and I should note from the get-go, it is nighttime as I make this, because you let it sit in the refrigerator at least 6 hours, if not overnight. And at that point, you'd either, if you really want it for breakfast, if you're not doing it like breakfast for dinner, you're going to be getting up like what, 1 a.m., 2 a.m.? I guess if you're just up really late, then you just put it in for the 6 hours, because then you're just going to be getting up with everybody else. So there you go. If you wake up in the middle of the night, prep breakfast for the next day for everybody if you have the ingredients. All right. So we'll check back when I'm done doing all the onion. All right, next up, we are slicing up some Roma tomatoes. I've got about 5 or 6. You could also just get sliced tomatoes in the can. It'd be about 28 ounces worth of sliced tomatoes in the can. Which is why at least the grocery store weighing station said this many Roma tomatoes should be about that many ounces, give or take 1 or 2. That worked for me. So we're just slicing them, not mincing them, not dicing them. Didn't say thinly, but I'm not doing thick cuts. I'm doing, kind of your average cut, I would say, for it. So I'm going to finish those up, and then we'll be back for the next. All right, our final vegetable that we're prepping is mushrooms. We've got about 1 pound of baby bellas. We're just slicing, and then in a minute we're gonna saute them. So yeah, we're just doing them in that. So wrong side. Whoop. So just getting them sliced so that we can saute them. Could you guys, not too far out of the range? Did you guys see that? I'll do one more just in case. All right, so we'll check back when I'm done with that. All right, So now we've heated a little oil, a little garlic, a little salt and pepper. We're just going to do a quick saute of our mushrooms. If you don't want them crowded so that they cook a little better, then you may do them in batches, kind of like I'm going to do. I can fit a few more in. So yeah, just lightly sauteing them, letting them heat up. I'm just going to put the top on them for a few minutes and then switch out the batches. We'll check back in a little bit. All right, so we're getting the last of them up and on. We'll see, we've got some draining back into the bandadoom. Just gonna get them up and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, now we've got 3 cups of milk. Gonna add a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of oregano, and then 5 eggs. Oh, and a little bit of garlic. Now for the 5 eggs. Smells so good and savory. It'll be quite nice to eat this in the morning. My husband's sitting in the den smelling it, excited for tomorrow morning as well. Unfortunately, it's not cooked yet, so I don't have to worry about him sneaking in the middle of the night and eating it. Because he would. God love him. All right, so just making sure we're getting those egg yolks punctured. If you've seen the movie, you just whisk fast, just whisk fast. She just whisks it so fast. All in the wrist, all in the wrist. I believe we're getting. I thought I saw one not totally gone. Ha! Just whisking it fast, whisking it fast. All right, one sec. All right, now we have 8 pieces of, I'm using sourdough bread, but 8 pieces of bread. You're gonna get yourself 8 nice circles, but you're going to save the scraps. There it is. As well, because we use the scraps. We're just going to do that. And then we are almost ready to assemble. So I'll check back in a sec. All right, time to assemble. So we're taking our scraps. We're just placing them at the bottom here. Be a good kind of bread-based soak is what you want. Oh, I forgot one thing. Y'all, I am so sorry. I forgot to butter that. Clean it out and then we do it. All right. It happens to the best of us. Now we're arranging our scraps on the bottom. Just kind of filling in any little areas we see as best we can. Can tear them apart if you need to. They are just scraps after all. Meant to do what we need them to do. All right, then we've got a cup of mozzarella. We're sprinkling about half of it on there. All right. And then we're going to do about half our tomatoes. Oh, these look so good. So nice and juicy. But yeah, this is a good one if you're having a special occasion or if you just want to make the weekend a special occasion. And we don't need to eat rich food all the time, but it's okay to decide that you can have special food even if it's not a special occasion. Because sometimes you just need some good eats. Kind of fill it in because you don't need quite as many on the top area as we're doing on the bottom, but just kind of getting them all in. All right. And now we're going to be doing onion. And honestly, it's supposed to be a smaller onion. It's just what the grocery store had. So if I don't wind up using all of the onion, I'm okay. I think it was really supposed to be almost half the size of the one they wound up giving to me. But we like onions, so we will find other ways to use it. I am not concerned if that is the case. Just get mushrooms off. Get them spread. And if you've seen the movie, this is what she's trying to pick out because her boyfriend is allergic and she forgot, or she didn't know it was something to that effect. She either didn't know or she forgot. She's making this and everybody's like, isn't he allergic to onions? And she gets very flustered, and that's okay too. So yeah, we're not going to wind up using, but it was larger than what we needed, I think, per everything it was saying, kind of more of a medium size onion. That was definitely larger than a medium size onion. All right, so we're going to cover the rest of the mozzarella. Then we're placing the other bread on top. I'm going to be honest, we're just going to kind of split these to be able to do their thing. You're supposed to make sure you get them on top of the bread as well. But they're going to wind up not just on the bread, because there's more than that. And it said it was the right ounceage, but it might have actually been one tomato more than we really needed. But we've already sliced it. So we're gonna, well, we can use some of it with the onion. So we'll do a scramble or something another morning. All right. Now, one sec to wash my. All right, now we are covering it with our egg milk mixture. All right, and then just gonna sprinkle. That I can open it. I'm gonna sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on the top. All right, now we're just going to cover it and put it in the fridge. You need to put it in the fridge at least 6 hours, if not overnight. We'll see you in the morning. All right, so see, it has soaked overnight. Got our oven preheated to 325. We're going to put it in and bake it. It's supposed to bake between an hour and an hour and a half, so we're going to start at the hour and see how it's doing then, because your knife's got to come out clean. So we'll check back later. All right, ooh, look at that, you guys. It smells amazing. It did take closer to an hour and 20 minutes for us for it to come out clean. Now we're just going to take it out and let it stand for about 5 minutes just to fully firm up. And then we will serve and enjoy. Bon appetit. Catch you later.